Hello, my name is Latoya Simpson. I am recording this for my POS 500 class for my master's program at Grand Canyon University. So I am sharing my screen with you. And this is a requirement of my POS 500 US and Arizona Constitution for teachers candidates. It's one of the requirements for week 2. And this the initiatives and referendums in Arizona assignment. Provide the basic definitions of an initiative and a referendum. An initiative is the method by which voters may propose new laws or amend existing laws by gathering signatures from registered voters to place the issue on a ballot. On the other hand, a referendum is the method by which voters may veto a law or part of a law by gathering signatures from registered voters to place the issue on the ballot. Explain how initiatives and referendums are created. According to Ballotpedia website, in the US, the terms initiative and referendum refer to processes that allow citizens of states to vote on particular pieces of legislation. The initiative process allows citizens to propose a new statute or constitutional amendment. The referendum process allows citizens to refer a law that passed the legislature to the ballot for voters to decide whether to uphold or repeal the law. In 26 states, a statewide initiative and or referendum process is available to citizens. Some states that lack statewide initiatives and referendums allow for initiatives and referendums in local jurisdictions. There is no federal initiative or referendum process in the United States. And this is coming from the Arizona's Secretary of State website. And this is how an initiative is created. Number one, form a political committee through the Arizona Secretary of State's online system, Beacon, or be prepared to designate an existing non-candidate political committee to act as the petition sponsor. Number two, file an application for serial number with the Arizona Secretary of State's office. Number three, acquire the appropriate initiative petition from the Secretary of State's office. Number 4, ensure any paid or out-of-state circulators have registered with the Arizona Secretary of State's office. Number 5, circulate petitions and obtain signatures from eligible voters. Number 6, submit circulated petitions to the Arizona Secretary of State's office by the deadline. And number 7, the Secretary of State and applicable county recorders will process the petitions and determine whether enough signatures were gathered to place the measure on the ballot. Now, the second part was to compare and contrast an initiative and a referendum. Initiatives and referendums compare because they both give power to the people. They share the same goal of enabling citizens to take active roles in the democratic legislative process. However, the way they are created is different. Initiatives start with the people by citizens drafting a proposal, petitioning to add it to the ballot, and voting on it, while referendums are originated through government. The legislature submits legislation to the people for approval. Discuss the pros and cons, cons of each. So we'll do initiatives first. The pros of initiatives are it provides better policy. The initiative process helps hold government accountable to the people, and there's a higher voter turnout. Now, some of the cons for initiatives are voters can be misled by special interests. Some use dishonest methods to get signature. Voters are sometimes confused by long and complicated ballots and expensive initiative campaigns, and poorly drafted legislation are some of the things that happen when the initiatives are created by the people. Now, the pros for referendums are it provides a level of political support for difficult decisions. It creates specific points of negotiation, and it creates a mandate to follow. A few cons for referendums: it allows for false actors to campaign for specific results, and it creates division amongst the people. So our next subject was to explain how initiatives and referendums support the idea of direct democracy as outlined in the Arizona Constitution. So I'm going to be reading this. According to Arizona Secretary of State's website, Arizona allows initiative and referendums as well as legislative measures and measures placed on the ballot by special commission. The initiative signature requirement is 10% for statutory measures and 15% for constitutional amendments. The initiative, referendum, and recall were part of the state's constitution from the entry into the Union in 1912. So this was a part of the process. Initiatives and referendums were included in the original state constitution of Arizona, which was recognized when Arizona became a state under President Taft in 1912. Now, according to the Arizona Constitution, Article 4 establishes the legislator and the people through initiative as legislative authority for the state and outlines the qualifications for state House of Representatives and Senate and the division of districts. 30 districts to elect one senator and 2 representatives. That source is from Wikipedia 2023. The requirement that initiatives be confined to a single subject, as was the case with statutes passed through the legislature, and the requirement that initiatives or referenda that a tax require approval by 60% of voters rather than the normal majority. And that is coming from Article 4, Section 1 and Article 21, Section 1. Here are all the references to use for this presentation. And I'm going to stop sharing at this time. And I believe we're still recording. So this is the conclusion of my assignment for Arizona's Constitution initiatives and referendums Zoom presentation. Thank you and have a wonderful, blessed day.